Duh.
Yoongi sat in the back seat of the taxi, arms crossed and jaw clenched. There they are. Yoongi points at Jack-Jun's car. Sir, are you sure you want to follow them there? Yes. Why do you ask? It's not a friendly neighborhood, you see. That's when Yoongi stole a glance on the empty streets nearby. It's fine. Just drop me where they get down. Just then Jack-Jun's car entered a pub compound. We are not permitted to enter there, the taxi driver said while parking the car in a safe distance. It's fine. Yoongi paid the driver and walks towards the pub. He froze midway when he saw bulked-up men standing outside. Yoongi hides behind the bush nearby. Just then a man walked towards the pub and was stopped by the bulked-up men. Yoongi clearly heard the man say "Capybara wiggle wiggle," and the next moment he was allowed to walk inside. Should I take my chances? Yoongi's eyes narrowed as he caught a glimpse of something metallic tucked beneath the men's jackets. Definitely not just loose change. Definitely. Yoongi gets up and dusts off himself before walking forward. Yoongi fears no one. Yoongi was stopped by the men. Capybara wiggle wiggle. The next moment they got off his way. Yoongi had a smug smile while entering the pub compound. Easy. Now where can I find a 6-foot idiot with 148 IQ?
Meanwhile,
with Jack-Jun. Daddy's here, Jun announced, entering a particular room with Jackson. Hey baby. A man in his early 20s came running to Jun. Jackson, who was following Jun, gave out a smirk. Come baby, Dane is waiting for you. The man, Yuri, pulled Jun along with him as Jackson followed. Inside the smoky room, Jun was led to a corner table where a tense poker game was underway. The players barely glanced at him before one muttered, "Deal him in," and Jun took his seat, fully aware he'd just stepped into something dangerous. "Danny, look, my sweetheart is here." "Oh, so you are the ever-so-famous Kim Nam-Jun. You must be Dane. I've heard a lot about you. Hope it's nothing good. Come on, join us. I don't play poker." Rich coming from a guy who is rumored to be a gambling addict. Just rumors. "Stop drilling, my baby. Sit Nam-Jun up. Let's discuss what we are here for." "Right, so, I heard you got us some information of worth." Jun nods with a smirk. "I do. Are you sure that these students would work for us? I mean, we already got our own info. 30% of students from your college work directly under my gang's name. You talk as if it's the only college you've got influence over. I got people, students working for me in 27 colleges in this state. How do you think I got the best doctor and G suppliers around here?" Jackson was slowly getting nervous as he realized their plan wasn't going as planned.
meanwhile,
In the amusement park, push it in. Hyun, Jungkook, stop drinking water. Think it's chicken and gulp it down in one go. Cookie, Jin Hyun. Come on. Is that the best you could do? Min was busy giving directions to Jungkook, who was participating in the eating competition. Yeah. At least act like you are rooting for me.
All my friends are toxic, all ambition is so.
Osaka, who was struggling to eat his portion nearby, choked out. Hyung for the millionth time, just give up. You're gonna get sick. Your face looks pale. You are sweating like crazy and you choke on food every 10 seconds. No, I don't. Hobie choked on his food. If only I could stand and continue. You will be disqualified if you do that. I know that. Hobie chokes again. This job is
easy peasy lemon squeezy
for me, Jungkook said when he took a short break to burp. If so, then why am I leading? That was when Jungkook noticed Jin was actually leading.
oh hell no!
Jungkook starts stuffing his mouth with food. Yeah. Slow down. Don't die gagging on food. Yeah, that sounds lame. Jungkook ignored both of them and continued with his work. Told you, amateur. Jin froze when he felt his whole body shiver. The ring in his hand felt cold. Ah. Jin winced at the sudden chill biting into his ring finger. right where the ring of Agnes sat. Before he could think, his hand, no, just that finger, jerked forward, pointing insistently. Without a second thought, Jin shot up and dashed in that direction. Hyung, where are you going? Jimin ran after Jin. Tae was about to run after Jimin when he bumped into someone and fell back. Hyung. Jungkook, who noticed this, was quick to get to him. Hyung. Jungkook helped Tae up and took him out of the crowd. Hobie, who was obvious to everything happening around him, was choking on a kimbap when. And the winner is table 4, Yoon Ho-seok. Hobie was dumbfounded when he was lifted off his chair and was pushed onto the stage nearby. Congratulations, Mr. Ho-seok, here is your grand prize. Hobie was handed a trophy which he held with difficulty as it was too heavy. We reward our winner Mr. Ho-seok with a month's supply of ramen. Big box was pushed onto Hobie's hand, which was also equally heavy. And we present. The announcer yelped into the mic as Hobie dropped the ramen box on his foot, while the organizer on the other side hammered when the trophy fell on his foot. Hobie bolted off the stage, clutching his stomach and mouth, vanishing from the stall like a flash. Everyone inside the stall went dead silent except for the announcer and the organizer, still crying in pain. With Jin. Jin dashed through the park, blindly bumping into passers-by as he ran without direction. This feeling. Someone. God no. Come, where are you? Who are you? Jin was dejected, as he stumbled and sat on the ground with slumped shoulders next to the bushes. I need Namjoon here. I need Yoongi here. I need my Jungkook, my Jiminy, my Hoseok and my Kim Tae. Why? Why the heck would you lie, Namjoon? Why? Why would you run away? For anyone passing by, Jin looked like a madman in the corner, but for Jimin it was his Jin Hyung. Hyung. Jin looked at Jimin with exhausted eyes. Hyung, what happened? Jimin gently hugged Jin and asked in a soft, concerned voice. Never mind. Jin just hugged back Jimin and sighed. I just got overwhelmed. Oh Hyung. Jimin straight up sat on the ground with Jin. It's okay, I'm here. They stayed like that for a while before they broke apart. It's getting late. We'll go home. No, I'm fine. Let's go and find others. Jungkook must have gotten the trophy by now. Hyung. Both Jin and Jimin flinched, and so did everyone walking nearby. Jungkook? He is nearby. Jimin sprung to their feet and ran to the spot where they heard Jungkook yell. Hyung, wait. Jimin pulled Jin behind a bush. Tung? Is he crying? Wait, is that blood? Jungkook, who stood in front of Tae, looked frustrated. Tae, who was sitting on the bench, had a red face and red paint sprinkled on him. I'm pretty sure it's paint or tomato sauce, but he is definitely crying. Jungkook then sat next to Tae and pulled him into a hug. Jimin and Jin shared a look. Both were thinking about different things, but the worries felt strangely the same. Goodness sake. Jin Hyung must be so hurt, he must be so confused. Jungkook was clearly giving him signs, and now he's acting like this with Tung? God, what should I do? Should I tell him the truth? Jimin groaned out in his thoughts and looked at Cook with a frustrated gaze, while Jimin must be hurt by what these baboons are doing. Jungkook should not be giving others false hope when he clearly at some level loves Tae. I should have seen this coming. Jin cringed when he saw Jimin's upset face. He truly has feelings for Jungkook, it seems. Now how? Jin Hyung. I wanna tell you something. Who are you two? Jin and Jimin flinched as they were suddenly yanked up by their collars to stand. We were just playing hide and seek. The security guard looked suspicious but still let go of them. Have some decency. Can't you see the sign? The guard points at a sign that reads "Don't near or touch the plants." You were playing house inside the bushes. You lovebirds can use the stalls to play, not the bushes. Get a room if needed. With that, the security guard left. Oh no. We're not boyfriends. Jimin was blushing while Jin looked disturbed by the idea. Does he even have eyes? In what angle do we look like a couple?
I remember thinking, I'm about to beat this bitch up.
Jin rolled his eyes and was oblivious to the blush in Jimin's cheeks. Yeah. Jimin looked away. Hyungs? Jinmin turned to look at Cook. What are you doing here? You tell us why you are here first and why my soulmate looked like he took a red spray painting class and why the hell he is crying? Big story. Jimin we got time and functioning ears to listen. Tae slipped and fell back in the stall, so I took him out of there. When we were walking, some kids, a group of teenagers, were messing around near a paint stall, tossing balloons filled with paint at each other. One of them missed his target, and the balloon burst against a tree next to me, splashing red paint all over me. Rats. They just ran off and didn't even apologize. Tae was crying as the paint got in his eyes. Oh, you, my poor Tae, I would give you a hug, but this is my favorite shirt, you see. I hugged him. Guess not all friends are real. You did not just imply that I'm a fake friend. Also, you cannot be considered as his friend like me. We are platonic. Now. Don't start. Jin got in between Jikook when Jungkook looked ready to wrestle Jimin. Why do I feel like we are forgetting something? More like someone?
Meanwhile,
With Yoongi sat at the far end of the pub, keeping to the shadows as he scanned the crowd, eyes searching for Namjoon, or even Jackson. I'm losing my mind. This is the worst pub ever. I've been here for an hour and no one asked if I wanted a drink. Wait, this isn't a pub for people like me? So then why am I getting upset? Yoongi groaned and shrunk back in his seat when an older guy looked at him with dark eyes. Why is he looking at me like that? Why is he reaching for the goo? A blast sound was heard and in seconds the pub was surrounded by smoke. Yoongi instinctively cowered and got under the table. On the contrary, many began pulling out their weapons, shouting in alarm as chaos erupted around the room. This better not be my last day alive. Jin Hyung will kill me if I die. Yoongi covered his ears and pressed his knees to his chest. Kim Namjoon, you better be safe. Wait, Namjoon. Just when Yoongi thought of coming out of his hideout to go search for his bandmate, the gunshots began making him crawl and hide behind the counter. Shit. Namjoon. Yoongi didn't know how long he had stayed like that, but when he finally opened his eyes and lowered his hands from his ears, there was only silence. Yoongi peeked out of the counter and that's when he heard someone yell, "You scoundrel! You bloody betrayer! How dare you! How are you, you lying police dog!" Yoongi saw someone being dragged out by police officers. That person was glaring at someone with hateful eyes, shouting profanities. Yoongi followed his gaze and found two figures standing there with a smug look on their faces. Kim freaking Namjoon? Namjoon and Jackson stood with smug smiles as the police dragged out a specific group of men from both the VIP and common rooms of the pub. Yoongi recognized a few of them. They were students from his own college and some from the colleges where he had once been invited as a resource person. Looking around, Yoongi noticed that only a handful remained inside the pub now. Most were staff, servers and cleaners nursing minor injuries. A few were clearly gang lackeys tending to each other's wounds. The place was wrecked, not a single piece of furniture left unbroken. A police officer approached and shook hands firmly with Namjoon and Jackson. Yoongi was confused. English professor, my ass. He is definitely something else. Like a police officer or a detective. I should have known. Now, many memories from this world began to make sense to Yoongi. Namjoon had always seemed too suspicious to be just a lecturer. His secret phone calls, the unusually lenient attitude of the management toward him, the shady rumors, the odd conversations he had with students and staff. All of it added up. Even his educational background had always sounded a little too vague to be real. It was all staged. Oh. How stupid were we to fall for his act. I should have looked into his matter more. Wait, why am I even getting agitated over this? What would I gain by knowing his real identity? Yoongi face-palmed, frustration bubbling inside him. He felt lost, overwhelmed by too many questions and too few answers. How the f is he able to carry on with this violent mission without his memories from this world? Like his shirt is soaked in blood but not an ounce of unease I find in his freaking face. Like how the Yoongi froze when he felt a sharp pain in his abdomen. He looked down and to his horror, his shirt was soaked in blood. Yoongi blacked out, the world fading without warning. To be continued.
Until we meet again!
Thank you for watching. See you in next video. Until then, bye darlings.
Okay, bye-bye.